For the opening lineups, let's go to Dan Roberts.
For Michigan State University, wearing number 32 at forward, 6 feet 7 inches tall, senior from Detroit, Michigan, Gregory Kelser. For Indiana State, wearing number 42 at forward, 6 foot 7 inches tall, junior from East St. Louis, Illinois, Alex Gilbert. For Michigan State, wearing number 12 at forward, 6 foot 4 inch sophomore from Windsor, Ontario, Michael Berkovich. For Indiana State, wearing number 33 at center, 6 foot 9 inch senior from French Lick, Indiana, Larry Bird. For Michigan State, wearing number 15 at center, 6 foot 7 inch junior from St. Croix, Virgin Islands, Ron Charles. For Indiana State, wearing number 23 at guard, 6 foot 2 inch sophomore from Warsaw, Indiana, Steve Reed. For Michigan State, wearing number 11 at guard, 6 foot 2 inch junior from St. Louis, Missouri, Terry Donnelly. For Indiana State, wearing number 22 at guard, 6 foot 2 inch junior from Chicago, Illinois, Carl Nix. And from Michigan State, wearing number 33 at guard, 6 foot 8 inch sophomore from Lansing, Michigan, Urban Magic Johnson. Welcome, please, the head coach of the Sycamores, Bill Hodges. And a welcome, please, for the head coach of the Spartans, Judd Heathcote.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's UCLA versus Louisville for the 1980 National Collegiate Basketball Championship. Let's meet tonight's starters. The forwards, from UCLA, number 55, a 6'8" senior from Los Angeles, California, Kiki Vanderlei. From Louisville, number 41, a 6'8" sophomore from Sylvester, Georgia, Riley Brown. From UCLA, number 35, a 6'7" senior from Los Angeles, California, James Brooks. For Louisville, number 43, a 6'6" sophomore from Hogansville, Georgia, Derek Smith. Now the centers. For UCLA, number 11, a 6'6" sophomore from DeRidder, Louisiana, Mike Sanders. For Louisville, number 22, a 6'7" freshman from Mount Vernon, New York, Rodney McClay. And the guard for UCLA, number 14, a 6'3" freshman from Pasadena, California, Michael Holton. From Louisville, number 5, a 6'4" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, Jerry Eaves. And for UCLA, number 10, a 6'1" freshman from New Britain, Connecticut, Rod Foster. And for Louisville, number 35, a 6'4" senior from Louisville, Kentucky, Darrell Griffin. The head coach for the UCLA Bruins, Larry Brown. And the head coach for the Louisville Cardinals, Denny Crump.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for tonight's championship game. At a forward for the University of Indiana, number 30, a 6'8" junior from Galveston, Indiana, Ted Kitchell.
Big man with a great perimeter touch, scored 40 against Illinois earlier this year.
University of North Carolina, number 52, a 6'9" sophomore from Gastonia, North Carolina, James Wood.
He's Carolina's leading rebounder.
At a forward for Indiana, number 32, a 6'10" junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, Landon Turner.
Turner scored 20 in the win Saturday against LSU.
At a forward for the University of North Carolina, number 30, a 6'6" senior from Gray, Georgia, Al Wood.
A record in the semifinal round. Wood scored 39.
At center for Indiana, number 45, a 6'9" senior from Anderson, Indiana, Ray Tolbert.
Bobby Knight says he's the most valuable player in the Big Ten this year.
At center for the University of North Carolina, number 41, a 6'9" freshman from Latham, New York, Sam Perkins.
Unanimously picked as the Rookie of the Year in the ACC.
At a guard for Indiana, number 11, a 6'1" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Isaiah Thomas.
A consensus All-American as a sophomore.
At a guard for the University of North Carolina, number 21, a 6'2" junior from the Bronx, New York, Jimmy Black.
He was superb in defending Isaiah Thomas in the Carolina win earlier.
And a guard for Indiana, number 24, a 6'6" junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, Randy Whitman.
And a second-team academic All-American.
And a guard for the University of North Carolina, number 11, a 6'3" senior from Vienna, Virginia, Mike Pepper.
He symbolizes the spirit of the complementary player.
Bobby Knight. And head coach for the North Carolina Tar Heels, Dean Smith. And the North Carolina Tar Heels. For Georgetown, at a forward, number 32, a 6'5", 185-pound senior from Potomac, Maryland, Eric Smith. For North Carolina, at a forward, number 44, a 6'8", 210-pound sophomore from East Meadow, New York, Matt Doherty. For Georgetown, at a forward, number 40, a 6'7", 180-pound senior from Washington, D.C., Mike Hancock. For North Carolina, at a forward, number 52, a 6'9", 219-pound junior from Gastonia, North Carolina, James Worthy. For Georgetown, at center, number 33, a 7-foot, 220-pound freshman from Cambridge, Massachusetts, Pat Ewing. For North Carolina, at center, number 41, a 6'9", 224-pound sophomore from Latham, New York, Sam Perkins. For Georgetown, at a guard, number 20, a 6'5", 190-pound sophomore from the Bronx, New York, Fred Brown. For North Carolina, at a guard, number 23, a 6'5", 189-pound freshman from Wilmington, North Carolina, Michael Jordan. For Georgetown, at a guard, number 21, a 6'3", 170-pound senior from Gastonia, North Carolina, Eric Floyd. And for North Carolina, at a guard, number 21, a 6'3", 162-pound senior from the Bronx, New York, Jimmy Black. The head coach of the Georgetown Hoyas is John Thompson. The head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels is Dean Smith. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to University Arena for tonight's 1983 NCAA National Championship game between the Wolfpack of North Carolina State and the Cougars of the University of Houston. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. For North Carolina State at forward, a 6'11" senior from Seat Pleasant, Maryland, number 41, Thurl Bailey. For Houston at forward, a 6'7" junior from Houston, Texas, number 22, Clyde Drexler. For North Carolina State at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, number 43, Lorenzo Charles. For Houston at forward, a 6'9" senior from Houston, Texas, number 40, Larry Mishaw. For North Carolina State at center, a 6'11" sophomore from Bennettsville, South Carolina, number 45, Roselle McQueen. For Houston at center, a 7-foot sophomore from Lagos, Nigeria, number 34, Hakeem Abdul-Olajuwon. For North Carolina State at guard, a 6'1" senior from Glenarden, Maryland, number 25, Derek Wittenberg. For Houston at guard, a 6'2" freshman from Lamarck, Texas, number 20, Alvin Franklin. For North Carolina State at guard, a 6-foot senior from Washington, D.C., number 35, Sidney Lowe. For Houston at guard, a 6'6" junior from Houston, Texas, number 42, Michael Young. And introducing the head coaches. For North Carolina State, it is 12th season, Jim Valvano. For Houston, it is 27th season, Guy Lewis. And welcome to the Kingdome for tonight's NCAA Championship final game between the Cougars of the University of Houston and the Hoyas of Georgetown University. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. For Houston at forward, a 6'8" freshman from Houston, Texas, number 41, Ricky Winslow. For For Georgetown at forward, a 6'5" sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, number 40, David Wingate. For Houston at forward, a 6'7" senior from Houston, Texas, number 43, Michael Young. For Georgetown at forward, a 6'11" junior from Suitland, Maryland, number 52, Ralph Dalton. For Houston at center, a 7-foot junior from Lagos, Nigeria, number 35, Akeem Olajuwon. For Georgetown at center, a 7-foot junior from Cambridge, Massachusetts, number 33, Patrick Ewing. For Houston at guard, a 6'7" junior from Houston, Texas, number 45, Lee Getty. For Georgetown at guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Reston, Virginia, number 30, Michael Jackson. For Houston at guard, a 6'2" sophomore from Lamar, Texas, number 21, Alvin Franklin. For Georgetown at guard, a 6'5" senior from the Bronx, New York, number 20, Bill Brown. And introducing the head coaches. For Houston in his 28th season, Guy B. Lewis. For Georgetown in his 12th season, John Thompson. And welcome to Rupp Arena for tonight's NCAA National Championship game between the Villanova Wildcats and the Georgetown Hoyas. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. For Villanova, at forward, a 6'7" junior from Mystic, Connecticut, number 21, Harold Presley. For Georgetown at forward, a 6'7" senior from Washington, D.C., number 24, Bill Martin. For Villanova at forward, a 6'6" senior from Worcester, Massachusetts, number 33, Dwayne McClain. For Georgetown at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, number 34, Reggie Williams. For Villanova at center, a 6'10" senior from the Bronx, New York, number 54, Ed Pinckney. For Georgetown at center, a 7-foot senior from Cambridge, Massachusetts, number 33, Patrick Ewing. For Villanova at guard, a 6'2" junior from Paterson, New Jersey, number 4, Dwight Wilbur. For Georgetown at guard, a 6'2" junior from Weston, Virginia, number 30, Michael Jackson. For Villanova at guard, a 6-foot senior from Hempstead, New York, number 22, Gary McClain. And for Georgetown at guard, a 6'5" junior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 40, David Wingate. And introducing the head coaches. For Villanova, Rolly Massimino. For Georgetown, John Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Reunion Arena for this evening's National Championship game between the University of Louisville Cardinals and the Duke University Blue Devils. Now, let's meet the starting lineups. For Louisville at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, number 41, Herbert Crook. For Duke at forward, a 6'5" senior from Drury, North Carolina, number 12, David Henderson. For Louisville at forward, a 6'7" senior from Camden, New Jersey, number 55, Billy Thompson. For Duke at forward, a 6'8" senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 32, Mark Allery. For Louisville at center, a 6'9" freshman from Savannah, Georgia, number 43, Purvis Ellison. For Duke at center, a 6'8" senior from Rolling Hills, California, number 21, Jay Billis. For Louisville at guard, a 6'5" senior from Camden, New Jersey, number 20, Milt Wagner. For Duke at guard, a 6-foot junior from Falls Church, Virginia, number 4, Tommy Amaker. For Louisville at guard, a 6'4" senior from Ashland, Kentucky, number 42, Jeff Hall. And for Duke at guard, a 6'2" senior from Washington, D.C., number 24, Johnny Dawkins. And introducing the head coaches for Louisville in his 15th season, Denny Crum. For Duke in his 11th season, Mike Krzyzewski. And welcome to the Louisiana Superdome for this evening's national championship game between the Syracuse University Orangemen and the Indiana University Hoosiers. Now let's meet the starting lineups. For Syracuse at forward, a 6'9" freshman from Detroit, Michigan, number 44, Derek Coleman. For Indiana at forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 20, Rick Callaway. For Syracuse at forward, a 6'5" senior from Syracuse, New York, number 25, Howard Trick. For Indiana at forward, a 6'7" senior from Westchester, Illinois, number 24, Darrell Thomas. For Syracuse at center, a 6'10" junior from Athens, Greece, number 4, Ronnie Cycli. For Indiana at center, a 6'10" junior from San Clemente, California, number 22, Dean Garrett. For Syracuse at guard, a 6' sophomore from Washington, D.C., number 20, Sherman Douglas. For Indiana at guard, a 6'2" senior from Newcastle, Indiana, number 12, Steve Alford. For Syracuse at guard, a 6'3" senior from Rochester, New York, number 11, Greg Monroe. For Indiana at guard, a 6'1" junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 23, Keith Smart. And now introducing the head coaches. For Syracuse in his 11th season, Jim Boeheim. For Indiana in his 16th season, Bob Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kemper Arena in Kansas City for tonight's national championship game between the Kansas Jayhawks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Now let's meet the starting lineups. For Kansas at a forward, a 6'4" junior from Washington, D.C., number 21, Milt Newton. For Oklahoma at forward, a 6'5" senior from Renton, Washington, number 44, Dave Seeger. For Kansas at forward, a 6'8" senior from Lawrence, Kansas, number 24, Chris Piper. For Oklahoma at forward, a 6'8" senior from Sparta, Georgia, number 25, Harvey Grant. For Kansas at center, a 6'10" senior from Lawrence, Kansas, number 25, Danny Manning. For Oklahoma at center, a 6'10" junior from Lawton, Oklahoma, number 33, Stacy King. For Kansas at guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 14, Kevin Pritchard. For Oklahoma at guard, a 6'1" senior from Dallas, Texas, number 14, Ricky Grace. For Kansas at guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Charleston, Illinois, number 33, Jeff Gelder. For Oklahoma at guard, a 6' junior from Garland, Texas, number 10, Mookie Blaylock. And introducing the head coaches. For Kansas in his 5th season, Larry Brown. For Oklahoma in his 8th season, gentlemen, and welcome to the Kingdome in Seattle, Washington for tonight's national championship game between the Michigan Wolverines and the Seton Hall Pirates. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For Michigan at forward, a 6'7" senior from Flint, Michigan, number 41, Glenn Rice. For Seton Hall at forward, a 6'7" junior from Melbourne, Australia, number 10, Andrew Gaze. For Michigan at forward, a 6'9" senior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 35, Loy Vaught. For Seton Hall at forward, a 6'8" senior from New York, New York, number 24, Darrell Walker. For Michigan at center, a 6'10 junior from Romulus, Michigan, number 52, Terry Mills. For Seton Hall at center, a 6'8 senior from Canóvanas, Puerto Rico, number 25, Ramon Ramos. For Michigan at guard, a 6'2 junior from Cambridge, Massachusetts, number 21, Rumeal Robinson. For Seton Hall at guard, a 6'1 senior from Brooklyn, New York, number 15, Gerald Green. For Michigan at guard, a 6'7 senior from Rosemont, Illinois, number 20, Mike Griffin. For Seton Hall at guard, a 6'3 senior from the Bronx, New York, number 23, John Morton. And introducing the head coaches. For Michigan in his first season, Steve Fisher. For Seton Hall in his 7th season, P.J. Carlesimo.